Hey everyone, what is going on? It is Memory here, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. You know what time it is. You do. We're going over the next season of anime, and I'm going to be telling you all what I plan to watch for the spring season of 2018. And I know in the past I used to do like two videos where I'd have one video where I would let you all know what I'm watching, like every single show as a whole, and then I'd have a follow-up video for what shows I'd strictly be reacting to and covering on the channel. I didn't do that for the current season that we're in now, winter, and I, regretted that. So I am going to be bringing that back. So definitely look out for a follow-up video for what shows I'll strictly be reacting to. And I've been waiting for this season. I mean, I think a lot of us have, and I'm just gonna kind of give you all like a hint right now. I do plan on picking up quite a bit to watch on the channel. So yeah, and I probably will even tell you some of the ones in here because it should be obvious for certain shows, like, which ones I'm going to be doing on the channel. But yeah, and hopefully this isn't going to be as long. I know I say that in every single one of these, but realistically, I mean, we have a lot of sequels here, a lot of popular sequels, so most of you have watched the previous seasons. You know what these shows for some of these sequels are about, so I'm not going to really have to say much on certain ones. So yeah, we're on live chart. And that's also another thing. I feel like I use a different site on each one of these videos. I don't remember which one I used last time, but we're on live chart. I have a link down below. You can use my anime list or any chart or whatever you want to use. Doesn't really matter. I'm not forcing you to use live chart. This happens to be the one I'm using. So yeah, here we go. Food Wars, the third plate, the second core of season 3. I thought it was going to be all the way through, but at least we don't have to wait forever for the other part, excuse me. And I mean, with how the first little part of season 3 left off, man, I really think the second part of the third plate is going to be insane, and I'm definitely ready for it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about Food Wars, right? The greatness. That's one. It should be obvious I'm going to be doing on the channel. So, and speaking of another one like that, My Hero Academia Season 3, you already know, and just from that preview, most of you probably saw my video. I'm really, really pumped, excited for this, and 25 episodes confirmed already, and just, I've said it numerous times, like, everyone's telling me, this is better than the second season, like, and just with each season, people are like, it just gets better and better and better, and that's rare for like a shonen because there may be like a good arc, another good arc, and then kind of like an arc where not a whole lot of people like. But for me, like with season 1 of My Hero Academia, I liked it for the most part. Wasn't the greatest thing ever. Season 2 transcended that by quite a bit, and then I'm hearing season 3 is even better than season 2, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm so ready, so pumped as an anime only. Don't know how I've held off reading the manga, but I have. Uh, but yeah, My Hero Academia, what else can I say? Really, really excited for Season 3 and what we're going to get with that. So, yeah. Next up, man, Tokyo Ghoul Re. Apparently we got a new visual because I have not saw this one yet compared to what the last one was. Now, the other day I actually did finish the Tokyo Ghoul Part 1 manga. And there, apparently that's, I wouldn't say I would say everyone should read the manga, right? That's what everyone will tell you. But I think with what they're doing with Tokyo Ghoul Re here, like they're not taking into account, anything with Route A. Now we won't really know for sure until obviously it gets here, but they are recommending, and it's been put out there that you should read the manga. It would really help a lot for your knowledge and going into Tokyo Ghoul Re. So I did finish part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't got into Re yet. I'm probably just gonna watch the anime and then go into the manga because it's gonna be here in a little bit. So oh yeah, we'll see. Hopefully me as an anime only, at least for Re, I can enjoy it, and hopefully the manga readers can enjoy it as well because there has been problems in the past, especially with Route A. So yeah, Tokyo Ghoul Re, and just those first 3, I plan to do them on the channel. There you go. And speaking of another one, like it's like these first 5, 6, whatever, it's just a no-brainer for me, and should be a no-brainer for all of you. High School DxD Season 4, High School DxD Hero, art change, whatever. It's still going to be that greatness. Apparently it fits the source material and the art in that a lot more, so good. That's good to see. So the readers of the source material and people who follow the source material will be happy about that. And I mean, it's still going to bring us, like, it's not like the story I'm assuming is going to change drastically or anything like that. I like the art style. I'm not going to complain about it. Do I like the older art style more? Yes. But is it like bad? No, I would say. So yeah, really really excited for more High School DxD. You guys should already know that. I mean, one of the first anime I watched that was besides Dragon Ball and Pokemon and all that. Somehow it turned out like that. Yeah, it did. So yeah, that's another one. Steins Gate Zero. Now, I loved Steins Gate Season 1, as I'm sure most of you have as well. Now, there's kind of a thing that I saw on Reddit that apparently there is like a article or a magazine that was put out that said Steins Gate Zero is only going to be 12 or 13 episodes, and I'm not sure if that's true. I don't know if it was like mistranslated or misinterpreted or what, but that's like the rumor right now that Steins Gate Zero is going to be 12 or 13 episodes, and that it's either going to be covering one arc in those 12 or 13 episodes, or it's going to be covering two routes or arcs, whatever you want to say, in 13 episodes. And people are like, if they cover two of the routes in Steins Gate Zero in 13 episodes and to be rushed as hell, it's going to be a big pile of garbage. So I'm hoping it doesn't turn out like that. Now, I haven't played the visual novel for the original Steins Gate or Steins Gate Zero, so I can't really comment much on that. But I am really, really excited for Steins Gate Zero, and apparently it's just, in terms of like the tragedy and the suffering, like it's way worse than the original Steins Gate. I'm just like, oh god, and it only makes sense because it follows after Okabe couldn't save Kurisu, so yeah, and goes into that whole route. So yeah, I'm excited for Steins Gate Zero. I've heard great things about the visual novel, and yeah, that's another one. Oh my gosh, like, I shouldn't have sorted this by popularity, because it's just like each one is I plan to do on the channel and plan to watch. So that's 5 for 5 already. And speaking of Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online, now this is actually the source material is by the creator of Kino's Journey, to my knowledge. And I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Gun Gale Online itself in Sword Art Online, but I think this will be fun. I don't think it's going to be anything too special. But I would like to see maybe like, Sinon in there, Kirito, they kind of make a little appearance, but it looks like we're going to be focusing on an entirely different cast. So inside Gun Gale Online, I think it'll be fun. So that's definitely another one that I plan to check out. Next up, we have Otaku Nikoi wa Muzukashi. Based off a manga. After discovering that they work at the same company, a gaming crazed otaku and a fujoshi meet each other for the first time since middle school. After some post-work drinking session, they begin dating, but will it be a perfect relationship for the two? That sounds like it could be pretty fun. Now, I'm kind of surprised this is pretty high in the popularity, especially above like the likes of like Persona 5 and all that. So apparently there's some hype surrounding this series. I've never really heard of it, but I think I'll check this one out on the side. I'm not sure if it's really a show to react over per se, but for now, and yeah, my mind could change in the follow-up video when I go over them more closely. But this one right here, I'm gonna say I'm gonna watch, but it's gonna be on the side for right now. Next up, Persona 5, the animation. Now I'm kind of conflicted with Persona 5. Now, to my understanding, each Persona follows like a different story, right? So, and I've been told that I can watch Persona 5, the animation, but I really don't know if I want to, because I have not played, watched anything, with Persona. I literally have zero knowledge about Persona. So, I mean, would you guys like to see me watch Persona 5, the animation? Can I watch it? Would you guys recommend, me do something else, or what? Don't really plan on playing Persona anytime soon, to be honest. You guys know me, I'm more of like a Call of Duty person. Yeah, I know Call of Duty's been going down the shitter lately, but Black Ops 4 is coming, so yeah, there's that. But Persona 5, the animation, that's a toss-up right now for me. Kind of on the fence about it, so definitely comment down below on what you think about that. Next up, Jiken Hin Kazoku Creatures Family Days. Okay. Oh, this is based off a manhwa, actually. Okay. Scientist couple has been arrested for conducting illegal studies, allegedly for performing genetic modification on 5 of their children. What the hell? The youngest child, Danis, is the only one who grew up as a normal human and now has to tend to the rest of his family while trying to find a medicine to turn them into normal humans again. Okay, I don't know why you would do genetic modification on your own children, but okay. I mean, that sounds kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know if it's... I get the vibe that it's like more like comedic, but maybe not. I don't know. I might try that one out. I'll say I'll watch that. Give it like the 3 episode test or whatever for now. Next up, Devil's Line. This literally is the one when it was first announced and when we first saw it. Literally reminds me of like a Tokyo Ghoul, like 100% now. Apparently, this one, Devil's Line, is more heavy on the romance. Tokyo Ghoul, not so as much, but yeah, the synopsis reads: Tsukasa, a college student, is rescued from an attack by a devil, one of many vampires that can blend in among the human population. Anzai, her savior, is a half-devil. I mean, just reading this and even seeing it, like, if you saw the little preview that we've had for it too, like, it's pretty dang similar. Is a half-devil who exploits her supernatural gifts as a member of a shadowy police task force that specializes in devil-related crime in Tokyo. As Anzai continues to keep guard over Tsukasa, the two quickly forge a tentative bond, one that Anzai fears will test his ironclad rule of never drinking human blood. So, vampire series, obviously. Guess there's good bits of romance in there as well. Never heard of the studio Platinum Vision. I don't know if this is like their debut as an anime studio or whatnot, but I mean, I'll try out Devil's Line. I'm not really expecting too much out of it, to be completely honest, but that'll be one I'll probably give 3 episodes as well to see if I continue or not with it. And I know a lot of you may not agree with the whole 3 episode rule thing or whatever, but that's just what I go by. I know not everyone goes by that, but and some shows I even drop every 1 or 2 episodes. If I just know completely it's not my thing, not up my alley or whatever, I'll drop it 1 or 2 episodes in. But I'm gonna be fair with these and give them 3 episodes for now. Say that's what I'm gonna do. Next up, Tada-kun does not fall in love. Mitsuyoshi Tada, a boy who has never known love, is taking pictures of the cherry blossoms in full bloom when he meets Teresa Wagner, a transfer student from Luxembourg. Upon arriving in Japan, she got lost, separated from her travel companion. Mitsuyoshi helps her and brings her to his grandfather's coffee shop. So it kind of just sounds like your, basic, romance comedy slice of life series. Being animated from Doga Kobo, it's an original. I may try this one out. It's kind of like one of those, obviously not with the material and actually the story and all that, but like a new game, sort of like one of those like slice of life shows. And this sounds like one I would watch on the side anyway, 100%. So yeah. Next up, I know this one is already based off the game because I've heard a little bit about it. Caligula. I don't know if Caligula. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but in the original game story, a virtual idol known as You performs user-inputted songs and gains self-awareness through exposure to users' bitter feelings and dissatisfaction towards reality. Wanting to save humanity, which she believes is continuously suffering, she lures people to a virtual reality world called Mobius with her songs. She then imprisons them in Mobius, thinking they will be free from the suffering of reality and that all their wishes will come true. The game follows the 9 members of the Going Home Club, a club that was formed because the characters want to escape from Mobius and go home. The game's title refers to the Caligula effect, which is a pattern of behavior where one wants to see or do something if it is denied to them. Okay, so it's obviously going to be really heavy on like the sci-fi elements. Probably be pretty action heavy as well. I mean, yeah, it is listed with the genres, but I mean, this one sounds pretty intriguing to me at least. I've heard like little bits about the game. I've heard it's all right, so that'll be one that I try out for sure. Next up, 3D Kanojo Real Girl, based off of manga. Let me see. High school senior Hikari Tsutsui is the quintessential 2D otaku obsessed with the two-dimensional worlds that unfolds in his gadgets and books. A bizarre incident leads him into a romantic relationship with the gorgeous Iroha, and his days of being wrapped around the finger of his carefree girlfriend begin. Join Hikari as he tumbles through the rough waves that beat the otaku out of him. This is sure to be the comedy program of 2018 that you want to miss. Man, they're saying that in the synopsis, like they are confident, aren't they? It does sound pretty hilarious though, because you're gonna have like this dude, like this otaku, right? And apparently this really popular, really pretty girl, and all that, and she's trying to knock the otaku out of him, and he's just gonna be so like, into that, like how a lot of us are. So I think that could be a pretty entertaining series. I'm definitely gonna say I'm going to watch that one. Next up, Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory. I just finished the first season of Full Metal Panic actually a couple days ago, or actually it's probably been a week or so now. But I'm actually on second raid, and then after second raid I'm going to go to Fumafu. and I'm not really digging second rate as much right now. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into it, but season one of Full Metal Panic, like shows like this, are right up my alley. I really do like the characters of Full Metal Panic, and this was really my main inspiration for finally watching it and catching up because there's another season coming. I guess a lot of people didn't expect it because it's been like tons of years. It's been what, 10 to 15 years or something like that since the last season of Full Metal Panic. So I know a lot of Full Metal Panic fans are really excited about that, and I'm about to catch up. So I'll be there for the, with the hype and all that for Full Metal Panic with you Full Metal Panic fans. So, yeah, Golden Kamuy is next, and hell yeah, I know I'm watching this one and doing videos over this one 100%. Haven't read the manga yet, but I've heard great things. And Geno Studio with, I personally like Kokoku and what they're doing with that in terms of like the animation style and whatnot. So I think they'll do a good job with Golden Kamuy. And yeah, I haven't even read the synopsis, but I know it's pretty like action heavy, set in the past, set in a certain period in the past. In Hokkaido, the far northern lands of Japan, Sugimoto survived the Russo-Japanese War of the Meiji era, nicknamed Invincible Sugimoto during the war. He now seeks the riches promised by the gold rush in hopes of saving the widowed wife of his now deceased comrade from the war. During his hunt for gold, he finds hints of a hidden stash of gold by corrupt criminals. Partnering with an Ainu girl that saves his life from the harsh climates of the north, they venture into a survival adventure in a race against the criminals that seek the hidden stash. So it's going to be an adventure as well. So kind of like, I don't know, I kind of get like, I want to say like Samurai Champloo kind of vibe with it, obviously without like the martial arts and all that. It does kind of like remind me of that because, Samurai Champloo in itself is a whole adventure. So I kind of get that feeling from it. It's going to be pretty, darker. You could say Samurai Champloo. It's not like, super, super dark, but it does have its moments like that. It's going to be really action heavy. So yeah, Golden Kamuy sounds, right up my alley for sure. So definitely yes for me. I already told you guys that though. So yeah, Hinamatsuri, another one based off a manga. Let's see what we got here from Feel. One night, a strange object falls on the head of Nita, a member of the Yakuza. Inside the box is a strange young girl. Okay, wow. How big is this box? Are we talking like what? She has tremendous supernatural powers, and Nita finds himself reluctantly taking her in. Her powers can come in handy for his Yakuza business, but he also runs the risk of her using them on him. Not to mention, if she doesn't use her powers, she will eventually go berserk and destroy everything around her. Nita and Hina's strange life together is just beginning. That sounds actually pretty entertaining. Now, what exactly is her power? All they say right now is that she has this power, and I'm excited to see that and what we get with that. So Hinamatsuri sounds like one that I could possibly enjoy. So that's going to be one that I check out for sure. So, oh yeah, I've heard good things about the manga for Hinamatsuri as well. I haven't heard like as much as say a Golden Kamuy, but Hinamatsuri I've heard things about too. Magical Girl Sight. So another Magical Girl series. I think this is the actual animation studio debut of production. I don't know if they go by DOA or DOA. No idea. Asagiri Aya, a girl bullied at school and at home. One day, an eerie website, Maho Shoujo site, flashes on her computer screen and welcomes her to the Maho Shoujo world. So magical girls, drama, horror, psychological, supernatural. So I don't think it's gonna be like on that Madoka level, right? But it's another magical girl series, and I know we have like that other one this season that's like, I think the boys, there's like dudes who are magical girls or something, or I don't even know exactly what happens with that, but I know there's another one like that for this season as well. Akun and his girlfriend from Yumeta Company. Have never heard of this studio. Also based off a manga. The romantic comedy follows the everyday life of an extremely tsundere, initially aloof and abrasive, but later kind-hearted boy named Atsuhiro Akun Kagari and his girlfriend Nanten Katagiri. Akun's behavior is harsh towards Nanten with verbal abuse and neglect, but he actually is head over heels for her and habitually acts like a stalker. By tailing her eavesdropping, Nanten is oblivious to Akun's stalker ways and thinks his actions are cute. So really, they're going at each other's heads, right? But they both have like crushes on each other. So that could be pretty entertaining. Sounds like one I'd watch on the side, but yeah. And I guess it's going to be a short. Yeah. Okay. So the episodes would be 5 minutes long. So definitely we're going to be watching that on the side. So yeah. Next up, Love to Lie Angle when Natsuno Hanabi, this looks like a Yuri show or something. Yeah, it is. Comedy Yuri. When Natsuno Hanabi went back to her hometown to study in high school, she thought that she would have a new wonderful life, but Tachi Banakan, the dormitory she was going to live in, was not what she expected. I mean, look at that, cover right there. Yeah, this stuff's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? I think this will be a short, maybe not, maybe I could be wrong, but uh, I'll try it. But a lot of these I am going to be watching on my own time on the side. Next up, and I have not seen this one at all. This must have been like announced recently. Doreku the animation. What if you could enslave anyone you ever wanted? Well, this comes close. The SCM lets you enslave anyone who is also wearing an SCM. What's the SCM? I don't know. At a price, though. One must win one must win over the other at anything in order for the other to become their slave. This sounds kind of stupid, to be honest. Um, I'm gonna say no for now on that one. Next up, Heavy Divine Unit Pandora Mecha Sci-Fi. I usually always try out if there's a new mech show in a season. I'll try it out. Like I did the same with Knights and Magic. Knights and Magic wasn't really my thing. I fell off of it. So, here's another one here. But I mean, I already have Full Metal Panic from this season, so there's that. Heavy Divine Unit Pandora. I do plan to check this one out though. On the day the Xianglong Shenron or Soaring Dragon crisis occurred in 2031, Leon Law was right in the middle of the unfolding events. The quantum reactor, a next-generation energy device developed to replace dwindling environmental resources, exploded and unleashed an unknown energy. As a result, the global environment changed overnight. Living things besides humans and machines each underwent their own unique evolution. And the biological revolutionary of accelerated intelligence entities in particular evolved and came into being. Because of them, humanity was driven to the brink of extinction. Humans fight the Bra with MOVE, multi-purpose organic evolution vehicle variable units. Okay, man, this is too much for me to read. Oh my gosh, it's just a bunch of words and a bunch of blah blah blah. Like, I don't even think it's gonna be like. That's like what we see with a lot of these like, with certain like sci-fi shows. Like, they get into all like the specifics and explaining certain things, but they actually like really have no purpose or like no meaning or anything. Like it's not even really important, right? So I mean, maybe it'll be different with this series, but from what it looks like, it looks like it's gonna be like a mix of 2D and 3D animation. So we'll see what we get with that. I mean, we did have that in like Macross Delta as well, and that's from Satellite. So yeah, an original to note as well. But I'll check that one out. The Piano Forest from Fukushima Gainax, which isn't like Gainax, I'm pretty sure, but the Piano Forest, actually, there's a movie for it, and that was animated by Madhouse, I believe, and I've heard good things about that movie, so now I guess it's getting a TV series. I don't know if the TV series is going to have the same sort of events as you see in the movie, if this is going to be different or what, but I do want to check this one out just because of the good things I've heard about the movie. I probably need to watch the movie, but yeah, the Piano Forest, tranquil tale about two boys from very different upbringings. On one hand, you have Kai, born as the son of a prostitute, who's been playing the abandoned piano in the forest near his home ever since he was young. And on the other hand, you have Suhei, practically breastfed by the piano as the son of a family of prestigious pianists. Yet it is their common bond with the piano that eventually intertwines their paths in life. So, really looks like obviously it's going to be focused on music, friendship, bonds, and apparently it's a seinen series, so it's going to be like, it's more intended for a mature audience. So I'm going to check that one out. Next up, Dances with Dragons, which I think was supposed to come out like seasons ago, and it got delayed and delayed and delayed, and I haven't really heard anything about this series. The series takes place in an alternate world. Okay, so we got another one of those. Staged mostly in the city of Eridana, whose territory is half in the Cyberrun Dragon Empire and half in the Lapitoad Seven Cities Alliance. Each half is separated by the Oriel River. I don't know why like all this is important. In this world, special abilities called spell formulas exist, which are essentially chemical reactions augmented through special weapons that cause a magic spell-like effect. These special weapons are called magic staff weapons and are as varied as are as varied as regular weapons are. Spell formulas use these spell formulas to fight with beasts of abhorrent form, natural creatures they use. Okay, man, like this is just all going to be explained in the first episode. It doesn't really sound too appealing to me, but I might 7 arcs. I don't think I've liked one thing from them, and I've heard they're doing a terrible job with the Basilic show that I think they're animating. So I'm gonna say no on that one for now. Alice, man, I'm seeing like I feel like this is the first time I saw like a slice of life show, and I mean this winter season we have a ton of them. So I mean if they're kind of if we're getting less of those for this season, it's kind of good because they're going from like a winter season full of slice of life to this season, which seems like it's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of psychological stuff, sci-fi too. So I'm down for that, right? The story gives a look at the daily life of a pair or Alice twins and their older brother who has a sister complex. Them eating meals, getting into fights, playing with friends. Would you like to peek at the heartful daily lives of the cute Alices? Not really, but I probably will try it. It's a short too, so yeah, I mean I won't mind watching that. I usually it's pretty easy for me to watch shorts. Afterlife in cooking doesn't really look for me. I see one girl and a cast full. The other characters all dudes. It appears to me. So yeah, that's not gonna be for me. Comic Girls. Moeta Kawaruka is a 15-year-old high school student and manga creator who uses the pen name Chaos. That's some name, isn't it? After ranking at the bottom of a reader survey, Kawaruko's editor recommends that she enter an all-female dormitory for manga creators. So yeah, I mean we've had shows like these before, like like the new games of the world. Comic Girls seems like it's going to be pretty similar to that. I might check it out. It's just we get these shows quite a bit. It seems nowadays. I mean, Netage. What other ones are there? There's a lot of other ones, man. So it's like creating games, creating manga, those types of shows. Yeah. Most of them aren't really for me. I did love New Game though, I will say, but I might try Comic Girls out. That'll be like maybe a 3-episode test type of one. Libra of Neil Admirari, based off an Otome game, fantasy historical romance. This looks like maybe like a reverse harem of sorts as well. Yeah, so that's not going to be for me. Lady Spo, a science fiction comedy where various pro sports bounty hunters fight each other in sporting events. The story centers on Arigete, Koropi, and Sabina, 3 women in a team who participate in various sports. This looks like it's going to be quality. Sounds like it too. I might try that one out. That one's another one that kind of just like came out of nowhere, I feel. Haven't heard anything about that until just now reading it. Space Battleship Tiramisu, another mech and sci-fi series. I remember this getting announced. I think it's going to be more on like the comedic side of things. The human race extended its life field and greed to the vast reaches of space in space era 0156. A war breaks out amidst all of the colonies in space. Earth begins to construct a new space battleship called Tiramisu in secret. Just as the war begins, one genius pilot steers the Tiramisu as a beacon of hope for humanity. So from judging from like that, reading that, it doesn't really sound like it's going to be more on the comedic side, but I mean, look at that visual. Like it looks kind of goofy, and I haven't heard anything about the source material, so I can't really, comment too much on that. But if it's a mech series, sci-fi, like yeah, I'm going to try it out. You already know. So yeah, Sweet Punishment. The story set in a prison in the near future revolves around Hina Satome in prison despite her innocence and elegant yet sadistic guard. No, this one isn't gonna be for me. It seems like it's gonna be like one of those like the Saitama romance one. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, yeah, that one's gonna look like a no for me. Captain Tsubasa. Now, I have not watched the original Captain Tsubasa, and I know probably a lot of you haven't as well, but this is like a remake of sorts, I believe. It's already been confirmed for 52 episodes, and I do, definitely want to try this out. Now, I don't think you have to watch like the original or anything before this because they are like starting from the beginning. So that's, good to hear, and maybe there's going to be a lot more people getting into Captain Tsubasa. So, and that I'm going to be one of them. Manchu Advance, the second season of Manchu. I never finished the first season, so that's gonna be a no for me. Butlers, no, not for me. Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the new thesis, which I have no idea what they're doing with this. Now, apparently it's a remake, right? But it's only gonna be one season, and then there's like 3 movies coming after. So, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, a legendary series. Apparently, I have yet to watch it, right? But from all the people I've talked to who have watched it, they love it, and I do plan to check it out. I think at some point I'm going to have to go and watch the original, right? Because I don't know if this is gonna do it justice or what, but we'll see. I already saw people like complaining about the character designs and whatnot, so. Yeah. Next up, GGG no Kitaro, which I believe this is the show actually taking like Dragon Ball Super's time slot, and I think this is like, it's had multiple seasons. I don't think I'm gonna watch this. I mean, I might just try it if I can, if I don't have to watch anything before it, but I'm pretty sure you do anyway. So, yeah, there's that. Magical Girl Boy, no. Megalobox, and this is like for the 50th anniversary of Joe, and it looks sweet. Like the when they fight, it looks like they have like these mechanical, like kind of robotic attachments on them. So, like a sock 'em bopper is the animation or something, dude. Like it looks pretty sweet, I must say. And people are calling it like the successor to Joe. I don't think you have to watch anything with Joe. This is kind of just them celebrating the 50th anniversary. Maybe there'll be some characters or references maybe made to the original series, but I do definitely plan on checking out Megalobox. I was definitely intrigued by the preview, and it looks pretty hype. So yeah, Lost Storage Conflated. I have not watched anything in the Lost Storage series, so I'm not going to be watching that. To Be Hero 2 is getting a sequel? I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know it was getting a second season. I never finished season 1, but I must say, from what I watched of To Be Hero when it first aired, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really funny. So I may have to go back to that for season 2. Lost Song. This is the one that's actually coming out on Netflix at the end of this month, and it doesn't really look like it's for me. To be honest, it looks like an idol kind of show, so that's gonna be a no for me. Uma Musume Pretty Derby from PA Works. We have nothing else really. I guess it's based off a game. I haven't heard anything about the game, so I can't really say much on that one right now. And maybe I'll have more to say. I mean, like as we get more, who knows? Railroad Crossing Time. The omnibus manga tells a series of short stories about conversations young women have while waiting at railroad crossings. Okay, that's gonna be a no. Hisone to Masotan, dude. People are sleeping on this series, and I don't really know why. It's an original from Studio Bones. First off, like, yeah, there have been Bones originals that have disappointed me, but most of the originals from Bones are pretty spot on, and I usually like them. I look, these dragons have like mechs. They're like mech dragons. Yo, thank you. That's all me. It looks awesome though. It looks pretty adorable. I don't know if it's gonna be like more on the like the childish side of things, but it looks like it is. I think it'll still be a lot of fun regardless. So I definitely plan on checking out Hisone to Masotan. Last period, the story of an endless spiral. The story takes place in a world where fantastic beasts called spirals are born from isolation. Those who can defeat the beasts are called periods. Haru is an apprentice period who belongs to the Arc and 8th branch. However, after a mysterious theft incident, so this kind of sounds like, oh, this is based off a game as well. It kind of sounds like your typical like action magic show that we get so many of those like over and over and over and over again. So I'm gonna say no to that. Hozuki's Cool Headedness Season 2 Part 2. I haven't watched any of that. Fist of the Blue Sky Regenesis. I think this is like a sequel of sorts to Fist of the Blue Sky. I think, because I know there's Fist of the North Star, there's Fist of the Blue Sky, and this is like the sequel to it. So I haven't watched any of those. So Professor Layton. I think this is like a remake as well. So we have like Captain Tsubasa and then Professor Layton. This one's already been confirmed for 50 episodes as well. It's like a mystery detective kids show. And I know a lot of people actually want to check this out, and I have heard good things about the original Professor Layton. It's pretty old, but I mean, I think that could be fun. I think I might try this out and watch it. You don't know Gunma yet. Uh, the comedy manga centers on Kamutsuki, who moves from Chiba Prefecture to a fictionalized version of Gunma Prefecture northwest of Tokyo, and the story focuses on Gunma's culture. Before moving to Gunma, uh, Kamitsuki only sees that the prefecture has a fearsome reputation of the net. Upon moving, he's sure it doesn't really sound too appealing, to be honest. Gundam Build Divers. I actually did watch the prologue for Gundam Build Divers because this is like an original. It doesn't go off of like, yeah, there's Gundam Build Fighters, but this isn't a sequel to Gundam Build Fighters. It's just in this. It has the same concept as it's like the Gundam Build concept. So yeah, there's that. So if you want a new Gundam to watch, we have a new one coming in the spring, and I definitely plan on watching that. Cutie Honey Universe. What am I saying? I think this is the one that Go Nagai. He's the creator behind it, and it's gonna be a no for me. Just these types of shows aren't for me. You guys know that, but I know people are gonna be watching it because it's Go Nagai, and people love their idol shoujo shows and all that. So yeah, there's that for you all. Next up, Roku Hyodo Yatsuo Biori. No. Lupin the Third Part 5. Haven't watched any Lupin. Major Second. I need to watch Major, but have not watched that yet. Inazuma 11. Haven't watched any Inazuma 11. Cute High Earth Defense Club. No. Waka Okami wa Shogakusei, based off a children's book. Madhouse. The story of laughter and tears centers around Oko, a 6th grade elementary school girl who lost her parents in a traffic accident. She moves to her grandmother's hot spring inn and trains to run the inn. She gradually goes up with the help of the ghost Yuribo and other mysterious friends. So kind of like a slice of life with, I guess, like the kind of supernatural elements to it. I'm gonna say no. I might try this one out actually. I might. Ninja Girl and Samurai Master. This looks really goofy. I'm imagining this is going to be a short. I'm going to say no on that one. Gurazeni. Now, I love my baseball. New baseball show. Apparently it has a lot to do with like gambling and all that. I mean, you see money on the board there. You see. So, obviously, I mean, I don't want to really get into all this, but a lot of pro sports are like rigged, and there's a lot of money and a lot of things that go behind the scenes that we don't know, but it's pretty obvious. I mean, if you just use your head. But so yeah, there's gonna be like a lot of money involved here, gambling, at least to my knowledge, with Gurazeni. So I'm gonna try that out. That'll be one I watch on the side. Katsu Friends, no. Black Cat Monroe, no. Kyoto Preacher, no. Beyblade Burst, no. Yokai Watch, no. Puzzle and Dragon, no. The rest of these are going to be no's for me, guys. So, yeah. Let me see what we got for movies. Hopefully my setup doesn't mess up. Let's see. Movies. Heaven's Feel. This is for the Blu-ray and DVD release. I forgot that Live Chart does this. So it's going to show movies that, like, have already, came out. But Heaven's Feel, I do want to watch that whenever it drops. Bungo Stray Dogs. That is actually coming out in March. The Dead Apple. And I hope that gets a theatrical release here in the States because I definitely want to go see that. So, Heaven's Feel, yes. Bungo Stray Dogs, yes. Fireworks, should we see it from the side or the bottom? I heard really bad things about this film, to be honest. I think this was the one. Yeah, I think it was this one. But that's just the Blu-ray DVD release. It already came out. Setokai Yakun Domo movie, the DVD release. I watched the first season of Setokai Yakun Domo. I'm not sure if I can watch this film, but I think it'd be pretty. Setokai Yakun Domo is hilarious. It's awesome. I love the characters in that show. And I do need to get back on finishing the seasons of it. But yeah, Batman Ninja. I saw the preview for this, man, and I think it could be like, I'm not big on Batman, right? But it does look pretty sweet, I must say. I was kind of like turned off at first, but then after I watched the preview a couple times more, I was like, actually, this could be pretty fun. Like Batman, right? And the anime of Batman in a movie at that. I wouldn't be surprised if that I guess it's getting a digital release. I don't think it's coming to theaters. I was about to say that'd be pretty cool. Servant movie, never finished season 1. Godzilla, I didn't watch the first movie yet, which I need to get to that. See, these are all like for Blu-ray and DVD releases. I saw Mary and the Witch's Flower though. I did like that quite a bit. Now it's not like on the Ghibli film level, but I did like that. Liz and the Blue Bird, all new Hibiki Euphonium film, so I'm not gonna watch that because I haven't watched Hibiki Euphonium. None of these other ones really look that appealing to me. Boro the Caterpillar, Hayao Miyazaki CG short. Hey! Okay. I wonder how long that's actually going to be. Oh, it's only going to be 10 minutes, so. But I'll watch that for the hell of it. Let's see if we got anything else. OVAs, more Attack on Titans, Lost Girls, Real Life, the 4 episodes, like the sequel to the first season of Real Life. I still need to watch Real Life. We got another Food Wars OVA coming. We got Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet spin-off featuring a story not told in the video game. Okay, so I haven't played Fatal Bullet. I don't plan on playing Fatal Bullet, but maybe I can watch this. Well, it's going to be a spin-off not told in the game, so you probably have to play the game. Testament to Sister New Devil Departures. Hell yeah. You guys know what it is. Mob Psycho 100, the Reagan OVA. Fuck yeah, you already know. Haven't watched this. Haven't watched this. Oh, Laid Back Camp or Euro Camp is getting specials? Hell yeah, let's go. Ico Incarnation, I'm watching that right now. Be the Beginning, I already watched that. Children of the Whales is getting an OVA, sweet. Days, the little 3-episode sequel that at first they said was a season 2, but then got changed. I am gonna watch that. Sword Guy, that's also coming to Netflix. I plan on watching that. Oh, the 7 Heavenly Virtues is getting specials, man. If the TV series is how I'm watching this, by the way, that 7 Heavenly Virtues, yeah, might come as a surprise to a lot of you, but it's getting specials, man. The TV series is raunchy as hell. I can't even imagine what's gonna go down in those specials. Like Junji Ito, Tomi. It's gonna be the unaired 2-episode thing focusing on Tomi. And there's already been an episode in the TV series focusing on her that I actually just watched last night. So yeah. Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin is getting. I still need to watch that and get on Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin. That's for real. But yeah, I think that's actually it. Man, I know I said this is gonna be short, but this is how it happens all the time like this. Oh my gosh, man. Jeez. But my most anticipated. I have to say probably My Hero Academia Season 3 is my number one. And just from like man, I'm gonna have to type this down because like Golden Kamui's there. So this isn't gonna be in any order. My Hero Academia Season 3, Golden Kamui. Let's see here. That's 2. Hisone to Masotan. It's 3. High School DxD Season 4. Steins Gate 0. Food Wars. Like, I'm excited for Tokyo Ghoul Re, but I really don't know. Like, I'll put Tokyo Ghoul Re in there. That would be like my 7th that I'd say I'm the most excited for. There are some, like, you guys probably noticed in this video that I'm kind of on the fence about and not really sure about yet. There's going to be the ones I'm giving the 3-episode test to. There's, you know, this season's going to be crazy. It really is, especially with all these sequels that we're getting. Like, it doesn't, like, right now it doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be, like, weeks ago when all these shows are getting announced for the spring and whatnot. But I think once we get into it and once I pick up more shows than what I talked about in here because of, you know, my curiosity and me, you know, I'm prone to go and check out first episodes of some of these shows. There's most likely going to be a lot more, and there's probably going to be some that I said I was going to watch in here that'll fall off. And that always happens with each season. So, yeah, sorry for the video, you know, being longer than I intended. I always say that. You guys know the deal, the drill now. But let me know what you guys think of this upcoming spring season of anime. It's stacked in terms of like the popular sequels and whatnot. But there are some like original new projects that I'm actually like really excited for. Like Hina Matsuri is there, Golden Kamui, like I mentioned, and you know plenty more. So Yeah, let me know kind of what you're like. I know I gave you 7, but I would say like give me your 5 most anticipated shows for this spring season of 2018. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.